Let's begin in standing. Stand with your feet together, hands beside your hips. Stand nice and tall, take a full breath in, and prepare yourself for a small warm-up here. This warm-up will help you open your pelvic floor muscles, stretch your groins and inner thighs. Now inhale as you raise your arms from your side over your head. Interlock your fingers and stretch the front of the body as you inhale fully. And as you exhale, lean forward, hinging from your hips. Stretch the back of your body. Soften your knees a little. Make sure your back is nice and straight. Inhale as you come back upright. And as you exhale, bend over to your right side, turning your head to look up to the ceiling. Come back to center and bend over to the left side. Turn your head to look at the ceiling. And come back to the center. Now separate your legs wide, about 3.5 feet, so your shins come vertical to the ground and the thighs come parallel to the ground. Going into that deep wide leg squat. Stretch your wrist by turning your palms up, fingers pointing out, toes pointing out. And protrude your tongue with the sound of Pull your tongue back, close your mouth, bring your hands on your hips and stand upright. Now turn your left foot to the left side and slide your left hand down to your ankle, reaching your right hand up to the ceiling and look at your right thumb into the triangle pose. Breathe for at least 3 times in this position. Now bring your hand down, rotate your torso, adjust your right foot slightly forward and continuously bend over your left leg. Try to reach down towards your knee. Take another 3 deep breaths as you feel the stretch in the back of your leg. Now step your right foot back, drop your knee, press with the fingertips as you lift your face and chest into a slight back bend. Now as you exhale, lift your right knee off the ground, turn your left foot in, placing your hands close to your foot. Then turn your right foot up as you begin to stretch your right inner thigh and the groin. This practice should help you stretch your pelvic floor muscles. Try to inhale down into your pelvic floor. Do not overstretch. Now return into a wide leg squat and we will perform the Goddess Kali pose. Turn your palms up, fingers pointing outwards. Protrude your tongue with the sound of Pull your tongue back, place your hands on your hips and return upright. Let's slide your right hand down into your right ankle as you stretch your left hand up to the ceiling. Look at your left thumb. Breathe for 3 to 6 times. Now bring your hands down, turn your left foot to about 10 to 15 degrees forward. Bend forward, keeping your hands on the either side of your foot. Try to get your head close to your right knee. This should stretch the back of your right leg. Let's focus on deep breathing. Breathe for about 3 to 6 times. It's important that you turn your left foot slightly forward to allow your hip to be more in a neutral position. Now step your left foot back, drop your knee. Lift your face and chest as you press through your fingertips into a nice back bend. Try to breathe a few times in every position you perform. Now return back into this inner thigh stretch. Lower your pelvis and try to breathe into the left side of your groin. Try to breathe in and down into your pelvic floor. This helps you balance your pelvic floor muscles, the tightness or the weakness. Remember not to overstretch any of these muscles, but just to feel good when you stretch. Now return and come up to a standing upright position. We will repeat this sequence one more time. Once again, stand in an upright position with your feet together. Interlock your fingers. On the inhale, raise your arms over your head and stretch the front of your body as you bend backwards. On the exhalation, come back to straight upright position and continue bending forward and halfway down. Keep your knees soft and your back straight. Inhale as you lift your spine upright. Hold your hands in a temple position and on the exhale, bend over to your left side. Look at the ceiling. Compressing the left side of your internal organs. Bending over to your right side, compressing all the organs on the right side. Turn your head up to realign your spine. Return upright. Separate your legs again to your 3 or 3.5 feet apart into the wide leg squat. Turn your toes out. Fold your arms to the 90-degree angle from your shoulders with your wrist extended, palm facing up and fingers pointing sideways. Now protrude your tongue strongly with the sound Pull your tongue back in your mouth and stand upright. Now turn your right foot to the side and perform triangle pose, stretching your left hand to the ceiling, right hand holding your right ankle. Breathe here for 3 to 6 times. Now bring your both hands down on the floor on the either side of your right foot, turning your left foot slightly forward. As you exhale, bend forward to get your head close to your right knee and feel a good stretch on the back of your right knee. Take about 3 to 6 breaths as you stay in this position. Now step your left foot back with your knee down, fingertips pressing into the floor. Lift your face and chest into a nice back bend. Bring your hands in front of your right foot. Turn your right foot to about 15 degrees. And then turn your left foot vertical. Your toes pointing up. Focus on stretching your groin and your inner thighs. Try to breathe in and down into your pelvic floor. Come back up into the wide leg squat and the goddess Kali pose. Once again, set your hand position and protrude your tongue with the sound. Pull your tongue back. Stand upright and bend over your left leg. Reach your left hand down to your ankle and right hand up to the ceiling. Look at your right thumb. Breathe for about 3 to 6 times. Now bring your hands down on the other side of your foot. Adjust your right foot to 10 to 15 degrees forward. And as you exhale, fold your spine over your left leg. Feel a good stretch. Breathe as you learn to relax. Full inhalation, long exhalation. Now step your right foot back. Tuck your toes under, fingertips press down into the floor as you lift your chest and face away from the ground. into a back bend. Now bring your hands inside your left foot, turning your left foot to 10-15 degree inward and turn the right foot up to a 90-degree angle. It's vertically aligned with the floor. Again, breathe in and down into your pelvic floor, opening your groins, inner thighs, and trying to create balance in your pelvic floor muscles and increase circulation in your pelvic organs and the glands situated in that area. Now bring your legs back into the wide leg squat and push yourself up to stand fully upright. Now let's move on to the next series of practices. Sit down on your mat, take a towel and help clean your hands. It's important that your hands are more clean, especially your fingers. In the first practice, you will be activating your salivary glands. These glands are situated in your mouth behind your teeth and are responsible for the digestion of your food in your mouth. The technique is very simple. You will be moving your tongue in a circular manner as if you're cleaning your mouth after eating your meal. Now to do this, first put your tongue behind your lower lips and circle it upward to the right cheek, upper lip, and left cheek. You could also move your tongue in a reverse direction. Do this for about 6 to 8 times, both ways. The next practice will help you activate your lacrimal gland, which produces the tear. To do this technique, place your index finger and the thumb of your right hand against the corner of your eyes. Gently press towards the nose and in the backward direction towards your eyes. Make sure you press it gently to feel the pressure. This technique will help you produce tears, and it is especially very beneficial for the people who have to stare at the mobile or a computer screen for a long time. Now use the other hand as well for the same technique. Slide your hand slightly up and back. Once it reaches to the corner of your eyes, press it back and pinch it gently. In most people, this area could be very painful and blocked, and you might even find a couple of knots. So you could move it in a backward and forward direction like you're rubbing or sliding. And when you find the area is smooth and pain-free, then you can pinch it for a couple of times in order to empty the ducts and activate the gland. Now bring your hand down and blink your eyes a few times without opening them. It is also a good idea to just use your index finger on the either side, press them against the top corner of the eye, and press it in an upward and backward direction. This will also help you empty your sinuses, or you can also press your index finger towards each other in order to activate the gland. Keep your eyes closed and blink them vigorously. Gradually open your eyes and prepare yourself for some postures that will help you activate different glands in our body. Let's begin with headstand. This posture will help you stimulate the master gland, which controls and stimulates every other gland in our body. Come on your hands and knees. Place your head on a folded towel and put your hands into a tripod position. Lift your knees up, and if necessary, walk your feet forward to put most of your body weight on your head. If you feel confident in this position, and if it's not too much pressure on your head, bring your hands on your back. Now stay in the position and breathe for 6 to 10 times. To come out of this pose, bring your hands down into the tripod position, drop your knees and rest in child's pose. Now you can try the same position for another 2 sets, or prepare yourself for the next alternative position, which is more challenging. Let's come back up. Place your hands beside your knee in the tripod position and your head on the towel. Lift your knees, and one after the other, place your knee on your respective arms. Make sure your knees are as close as possible to your armpits. Lift your feet up towards your buttocks as you fold your knees. Balance most of your body weight on your head without overusing your arms, and hold this position as you breathe for about 10 times. Try to breathe in and around your rib cage, into your belly and to your back. To release the posture, bring your legs down and rest in child's pose. Now either you can repeat the same position for another round or practice a final headstand. To begin with headstand, place the crown of your head on the floor. Interlock your fingers behind your head. Make sure your elbows are slightly wider than your shoulders. Lift your knees up and walk your feet forward until you feel your back is rounded. Then inhale, hold the breath and lift your feet off the ground. And straighten your legs up to your headstand. Let's stay in this posture for at least 8 to 10 deep breaths. Try to breathe in and around your rib cage, making sure your lower belly is slightly engaged. Keep most of the body weight on your head. If you feel this posture is too complicated for you, stay with the previous 2 options first, and when you become strong, you can perform this final position. The entire idea of this practice is to stimulate a gland, so the first 2 positions are good enough to stimulate the gland. To come out of this position, fold your legs and slowly return your feet into the ground and rest in child's pose. The next posture in the list is the block pose. You will practice 3 different options of this posture to help you stimulate your thyroid and parathyroid glands. The glands are responsible for metabolism, body heat, and immunity. It's important that you use 2 bath-sized towels or fold a thick blanket. Place it under your neck in order to support your neck. Bring the chair and place it right in line with your mat. Lay on your back. Rest